Hello students, in today's science class, we are going to discuss one of the important topics under the chapter life processes. You have already learned that life processes are all those activities which an organism performs in order to survive. The different life processes in human beings are reproduction, metabolism, nutrition, transportation, respiration, and excretion. In this session, we are going to discuss in detail about the excretory system in human beings. Excretion means the removal of nitrogenous waste from the body. In your earlier classes, you have learnt how the solid waste is eliminated from the body through the process of egestion. Similarly, it is also essential to eliminate the liquid waste. This is done with the help of excretory system in human beings. The excretory system in human beings consists of a pair of kidney, a pair of ureter, urinary bladder, and urethra. Kidneys are bean-shaped structure comprising of millions of filtration units inside them. These filtration units, called nephrons, filter the blood from nitrogenous waste and form the urine. The urine, thus formed from each nephron, collectively enters the ureter from the kidney. The ureter leads to a balloon-like structure called urinary bladder, where the urine is stored for some time and it is then passed out through the opening called urethra. If we take a section of a kidney, we can see that there are about 1 million of filtration units called nephrons. Now, let us see the structure and function of a nephron. The function of the nephron is to produce the urine and to remove excess of water and any toxic waste product from the body. There are approximately 1 million nephrons in each of our kidneys. The blood enters the nephron through the efferent arteriole and leaves through the efferent arteriole. The nephron has a cup-like structure called Bowman's capsule, where the filtration of blood takes place. This filtrate then passes on to the proximal convoluted tubule, Henle's loop, distal convoluted tubule, and gets collected in the collecting duct. About 180 liters of blood is filtered by our kidney each day, producing approximately 1 to 2 liters of urine. Most of the components of blood are filtered in the glomerulus region of the Bowman's capsule, except blood cells and some of the proteins. The components that get filtered are water, glucose, amino acids, and some salts along with the waste, creatinine and urea. The filtered liquid then passes through the twisted tube called proximal convoluted tubule or PCT, then leads it to the Henle's loop, which has a descending limb and an ascending limb, and then into the distal convoluted tubule. And it finally leads to the collecting duct. Now, let us see the process of urine formation. The process of urine formation involves 3 stages. They are ultrafiltration or glomerular filtration, tubular reabsorption, and tubular secretion. In the first step, that is the glomerular filtration, the blood enters the Bowman's capsule and the waste such as urea and uric acid is filtered, along with some of the useful substances like water, glucose and some ions. In the second stage, all the useful substances which were filtered along with urea has to be reabsorbed to the blood. The reabsorption takes place in the proximal and distal convoluted tubules. And in the final stage, that is tubular secretion, some ions are secreted by PCT and DCT to maintain the balance of the urine. Towards the end of these 3 stages, the urine is collected from the kidney by ureter and is taken down to the urinary bladder. The urine is collected in the urinary bladder and is stored there for some time. As the bladder gets filled with the urine, it will send a signal to the brain which will cause the urge to pass the urine. Once the brain sends the message, the sphincters in the urethra are relaxed and the urine is then passed out through the urethra. Now, coming to the importance of excretion. The excretory system helps to maintain the health by eliminating urea from the body. It helps to regulate blood concentration by maintaining salt balance, and it also regulates the body temperature by cooling the body. So in this session, we have learned the excretory system, its importance, and the process of urine formation in human beings. That is it for today's session. Thank you all for watching.